Well, what I could tell Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, you're a musician. Musician and gangster life never mix.
The matter chop hot. Assembly diloto. Hey! Aye!
Kenyatta Hill has sent strong warning and cautioning to dancehall musicians Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. What is this caution about? What is the warning that this man, a high reggae icon, is giving to Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy? I have all the details here on this particular episode, so make sure you sit back, relax, as I give you the systematic breakdown of his advice, and let's see if this advice will sit well with Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. My name is Roland Amate. You are welcome. This is live on Roland Report, so make sure you subscribe, share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Know that Shagzy and Tetekwashi Ad Market has got us covered on this particular episode. But then, straight into the topic, let's open and close as quickly as possible. So, like I said, musician or reggae musician Kenyatta Hill is in Ghana, and he was here to perform at Black Rasta's Kuchoko Festival. And after that particular concert that was held at La Pleasure Beach, that is on the 8th of March 2025, that was when the cameras and the journalists of Joy News went close to this man and they said, "Oh, Masa, you belong to this reggae dancehall fraternity. In fact, you are even an icon, of which your father even is a huge icon in there. And when it comes to this genre and the politics, the gangsterism in there, it is very common. Here in Ghana, there are some people who are also involved, quote and unquote. What advice would you give them?" And according to Kenyatta Hill, this is what is captured on My Joy Online. It says musicians and gangster life never mix. Kenyatta Hill cautions Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale. Jamaican reggae star Kenyatta Jr. Culture Hill has sent a strong message to Ghanaian dancehall heavyweight Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, urging them to steer clear of the gangster lifestyle and focus solely on their music. Speaking after his performance at the Kuchoko Roots Festival in Accra, Hill warned that wealth and fame could become dangerous distractions if not handled wisely. This is a quote from him. They are musicians and gangster life never mix. They are public figures and they must stop and think about what they are doing," he stated. Kenyatta Hill pointed out that history has shown how feuds and in the music industry can spiral out of control. Citing past conflicts between dancehall legends like Bounty Killer and Beenie Man, Vybz Kartel and Movado, and Shabba Ranks and Ninja Man, he urged Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale to avoid similar paths. There's another quote coming from him, says, "If you are making money, make your money and treat people good. Don't buy no guns, because that's where the next problem is. You buy guns with the money you worked for, be careful, because it will come back to your doorstep, and when it comes, it won't be nice. If you're gonna do music, do music. Leave bad man life alone. Gangsters never live past 35. Think about it," he cautioned. Beyond his cautionary message, Kenyatta Hill also shared his excitement about the growth of reggae music in Ghana, saying the difference between now and when he last visited with his late father, Joseph Hill of Culture fame, is worlds apart. Reggae music in Ghana has now grown. When I came with my dad back then, it wasn't like this, so I really love the growth, he remarked. He encouraged young Ghanaian artists to stay consistent and avoid chasing hype, emphasizing that reggae is not just about entertainment, but about educating and inspiring people. "I'm a reggae singer and I stick to my demons. My demon is reggae music. We cannot forget where we are coming from, or else we will never know where we are headed. Young people, please don't forget reggae music. You may say, oh, we can't dance to it, but reggae is not about dancing. It's about the message," he said. Well, this is a brief statement captured on My Joy Online about Kenyatta Hill, but there is a video to it. The video there, it's a very interesting one. It is the same statement though, but there's something I would want to point out to you in the video. But first, let's go and watch Kenyatta Hill When we come back, we will have the rest of the conversation here.
Well, what I could tell Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, you're a musician. Musician and gangster life never mix. You're a public figure. Stop and think of what you're doing. And you know what? Don't make the almighty dollar get too head, you know. Because that's the problem. They get too rich too quick, so they don't understand how to deal with it. Stop and it's one. Need to stop and come back to reality. Because you guys are very influential in Africa. And if you start any kind of shiggity, it's going to roll over to your audience. And then it's going to become more than you really want it to be. I've seen it before. With Bounty Killer and Beanie Man, Vibes Cartel and Mavado, Shabba Ranks and Ninja Man. That was before any of these cats were born. They might see me and be like, oh, he's a young boy. No, I'm closer to 50. I'm not young. I just scare myself because I only got one life. But if you're making money, and this goes out to Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, make on the money, treating the people good, don't buy no guns. Because that's what the next problem is. You buy guns with the money that you work hard for. Be careful because it will come to your doorstep. And when it comes to your doorstep, it will not be nice. So if you're going to do music, do music. Leave bad man life alone. Gangster never live past 35. Think about it.
That is Kenyatta Hill for you. It is interesting to know that when this man was speaking, did you see what he was holding? 2 fingers in the air. Yeah, there you go. Well, for me, I think the advice is apt. That was just by the way, but I think the advice is very apt because when you look at gangster life and music, and of course how fame comes, some people would even describe fame as a drug. Yes, when you have it at a point you're not feeling well, it will keep you okay, it will make you good, it will make you healthy, it will make you feel nice. But when you overdose on it, when you become addictive to it, that is when the problem is. And as such, sometimes it grows egos, it grows pride and stuff in people. And of course, when it gets to that point, that is why they need to hear word. And in that aspect, that is how or why Kenyatta Hill is advising that. When you have some of these things, don't buy guns. But I'm saying that advice is wrong. When you have money and you have what? Buy guns. If not for anything at all, to protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, as much wealth as you are able to gather, you also automatically, whether willingly or unwillingly, attract enemies, including bad people who would want to harm you for your wealth. So if you can afford and can protect yourself anyway, anyhow, why not? But to engage in it for your selfish gains or violent means, of course, that's one I will agree with Kenyatta Hills 100% and say that violence and the space, and here I'm not talking about math violence, I'm talking about real violence. Violence in the space is one that nobody would condone. But how do you think these people are going to take this advice? Share them in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Until then, thanks for spending time with me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!